You're watching this video because you are curious about the concept of having a long beard with a handlebar mustache. Because let's face it, there's really not that many men who actually do this. I'm not saying there's not that many men who physically can grow it, but there's not that many men who choose to do this. So I'm making this video basically just to explain my take on it, because this actually is me. I'm that minority that not only can grow this, but chooses to, and how I feel about it. So you have a unique glimpse into a minority situation. Very few men on the planet live the way that I have chosen to live, at least for right now. So let's take a closer look at this. Got the handlebar mustache, which, by the way, I trimmed the lip part because the whole concept is it's not all the same length. That's what I always thought, but I was wrong. This part is long. This part is just more of a medium, and then I trim it. But it kind of gives the illusion that it's all one big long piece, but it's not. And as far as my beard, I get it trimmed at the barber when I go to the barber, but I'm pretty sure he's having this part grow. So here's the best way I can describe how long this is, because it's a little bit of deceiving, just to use my fingers. So like I'm touching my chin right now. So, you know, it's like that much of my finger. It looks like I'm flipping somebody off. But that's how long it is. Yeah. So I think it's important to talk about the concept of what this implies. I've talked before on my channel how you want to broadcast your masculinity, whatever that means to you. And for you, it may mean that you're really smart in engineering, or you're into martial arts or something like that. Whatever it is, you want to broadcast that. I think it's important that you do that as a man, especially now in today's culture. There are many men who choose not to identify with a masculine identity. Well, guess what? For those of us who do choose that, we can get that much more mileage out of the situation if we broadcast what we have. So an easy way to do this, if you are able to grow a full beard, is to not just grow a full beard, but to grow a longer beard with the mustache there, which it seems a bit theatrical. It seems maybe even a little bit silly. But I will tell you, living the life that I do, no one laughs. It's not funny. They don't go, why do you have that beard? That's silly. No. In fact, it's respected. That's the funny thing about it. It's respected. Now, I will say, in the real world, of course, it's a bit ironic because I'm making this video saying, I never talk about it. Well, in the real world, I don't. I never bring it up. Never bring it up. But it sends a signal to society that I am masculine, because think about if a woman had this. Well, she'd, be in the 1800s in a circus, right? This is a very masculine thing, and it's real, but yet not everybody can obtain it. Not every man can grow a full beard like this. And of course, to grow it long, it shows how thick it actually is. So it's masculine for sure, but it sends a message that I'm willing to do something that most men are not willing to do. And that's to have this, to walk around with this. Most men who have beards, just give it a couple more months to grow it out a certain way, they could. But that would stand out, and they choose not to stand out, and that's fine. But I feel it's important to find ways that you do stand out physically and to accentuate that. Now granted, here in a month, for all I know or care, I may shave it up. I don't know, and I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me, so don't leave a comment, you should shave it, or you should grow it for another year. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing, and for right now, I feel like having it. Because it's funny, it's a little bit like this, like on Star Wars, the Force, you will allow me to pass. I will allow you to pass. It's just one of those things. It's like flashing a badge. It's been my experience. People respect the beard and the mustache. And let's face it, it's long. This is a long mustache. This is a long beard. This is months in the making. Here's the secret. Because I thought, well, when the time comes, I get tired of it. Will I just shave it off? Well, I might just get my trimmer out and put it on the highest guard, and have a more reasonable maybe a medium beard, and that I can just easily maintain myself. Maybe I'll just do that. And maybe I will. But ultimately, I feel that this is, well, and I've researched it this morning actually, it's low maintenance. I know that sounds funny, but this actually is low maintenance. If it were shorter, there's a lot of forgiveness and mercy when it comes to this neckline. I mean, when I do trim my neck every day, and I have to kind of lift it up and just kind of go along the jawline, but I'm not spending much time at all shaving. I mean, my cheeks and my neck, but it's much more forgiving on the neckline compared if this were a shorter beard, like even a medium one, where I'd have to pay more attention, but it basically covers that up by default. So it's less maintenance. Now granted, yes, like I pay the barber more every month when I go to maintain this for me, and he trims it professionally. And I will say that it requires me to use beard oil as well as beard butter, and I even use pomade, Murray's pomade, to help keep the curl there in the morning. But as far as getting ready every day, I mean, maybe altogether to fix my hair and my beard, like to maintain it might be 5 minutes total. So, I mean, okay, let's say I'm putting in 5 minutes a day to keep this look, which stays all day because I've got strong enough pomade in. And same thing with this, so it stays all day. And I feel like that's worth 5 minutes of investment. But again, the trick to it is, you don't talk about it. I don't go around saying, hey everybody, look at me, look at my beard. Have you ever seen this before? No, I don't go around saying, hey, I'm 43 and I've never grown my beard this way. This is the first time. I don't talk about it. And when people do compliment it, which they do, I don't go on and talk more about it. It's funny, I went to one of my new favorite restaurants last week. And as I was opening the door to go in, there was a guy who had a mustache like this. And he's like, hey, nice stash. I was like, you too. And yeah, he and I kind of shared a moment, but we both have the stash. And then even today I saw this lady and she said, oh, my husband, he has one of those handlebar mustaches too. And she kind of just looked at my wife and they just kind of shared a smile together because they both are married to someone who has this. But I didn't keep talking about it. Didn't need to. It sends a signal. What is that signal? I am masculine, I am confident, and I am unique. And again, it is like flashing this certain badge of honor because most men are not willing to do this. And I do think it is important in a masculine identity. Find what can set you apart in a way that you send the signal without having to talk about it, without really needing an explanation. Your comments belong.